Sorry, you're wonky. I got a little bit overexcited with my tripod the other day and I've split it. I always seem to be creating a mess, don't I? Okie dokie, so week 1 of quarantine. If I suspect most of you are UK watchers, but if you're not and from other countries, we went into lockdown a couple of days ago. Today is currently Wednesday. It feels like Friday. I've been homeschooling and splitting the kids up. It's been exhausting, but I did have some orders that I had to do. So I've brought one with me to the office and the other one's still at home. But I have my April subscription box to go out, and I just wanted to show you some of the goodies that are in it. I've also done a notebook for a customer as well, and I wanted to show you that. So if I show you that fast. So this is an all black. It was a white cover to start with. It's got a fabric feel. It's really lovely. And this was the design that they sent me, and I've also done black on the back as well, so it matches. And inside all the pages are lined, and it says number and date up there, so you can keep a tally of things. So, April showers is the name of the theme of this month's box. Being well, I say this month, I mean April, because that is the next month. And this is one of the designs. So this is the colour palette. It's nice and bright. This is a little notebook that's completely clear inside, so a nice little sketch pad type thing. There is a bookmark going in this box with the pattern on. There's also this design. It says April showers bring May flowers. What I like to do is when I do my design, I start off with, this is a magnet, I start off with 9 individual illustrations, and I use a sort of pencil brush on my iPad. I choose my colour palette. I do lots of looking online for inspiration, so I wanted to do April showers, so I thought wellies, umbrellas, things like that. So as you can see, we've got rain hats, coats, wellies and umbrellas, and then I start to draw my own little illustrations. And then when I've done that, I create a repeating pattern. This one has a pattern underneath as well. So this is the first time I've done a 2-layered pattern. So it's normally what I do is I chicken out and I do a plain colour back, which is what I did last time. But this time you can see I've actually got a random pattern underneath, which makes the whole thing much more random, which is really good. So I'm really pleased with that. And then when I've done that, I come up with a quote or something using the colours. So here you can see I've used all the colours that are in the umbrella. I've added some little bits. There's a few splodges of the paint in the background, and do you know, I've only just noticed this mirror is glittery. I'm not sure you're gonna, I don't think you're gonna pick it up, but it is actually, it's actually got glitter in. I have also, I like in my boxes, I want to do badges and things like that as well. So this time we've got little button badges. I say little, these ones aren't that little actually, these are my bigger ones, my new size. So that is the quote one, and then this one just has a brolly on. So I still need to print up my planner sheets, my monthly sheet, my weekly sheets, my habit tracker. They're all done, they just need to be printed. What else? Oh, and I want to do an art print. And then that's all the box pretty much set together. What else have I got? I've got a lot of hoops to go out, but I'm still waiting for a delivery to come in for that. So, you know, I'm keeping busy, but not as busy as normal, but I'm kind of pleased because it's, I don't know about you, but I don't really know what I should and shouldn't be doing and it's like you follow the guidelines, and you know, I make sure my hands are clean, and you know, make sure my workspace isn't infected by anyone else. I mean, I'm the only one who comes in here when I go out, because I do shopping for a few people. I always take antibac wipes with me, and I wipe down the trolleys and stuff like that to try and minimize the risk as much as possible. But I do have asthma as well, so I need to start thinking a little bit more about keeping myself locked away. But someone's got to do all these things and look after other people as well, so it's kind of, what do you do? I've also done some little packs to send some friends to try and cheer them up. I don't have masses of them, but there are a couple that I'm going to send out. And what else? Just about it, I think. I think that's about it. So I'm going to pack these up in a minute, and I will take you with me. Hello. I put my hair up when it was wet. It's gone all... Anyway, so another day of homeschooling, or rather schooling at the office, and I've been able to do a little bit of work while I've been at it. I've just made this really gorgeous little mouse mat. Isn't that lovely? I've written some happy mail to some artists to try and be supportive and buck up those of us that are struggling a little bit in a minute. I want to also do some for my customers, but I'm going to have to do these things in waves. Also, I wasn't quite sure what to do with the... I've been working on my Disney illustrations just for fun, really, in the evenings. And I thought I would make some door hangers for my kids. So this says Lucy's room, and this says alone time on this side. The reason I did alone time is because I wanted her to feel that she had a safe place in her room, so she could just put that on her door. And then I did Rapunzel for my middle one. So Emily's room, alone time. Still a bit hot. They're double-sided. They've printed quite well, actually. I mean, yeah, they've not printed too badly, but it was super hot. It's like one of the hottest I've had to do anything, and I think it was possibly too hot. But it said do it at 200 degrees, so I did, but it was hot. And mouse mats are really pongy, so always ventilate. So I've mostly been doing sort of, you know, finishing up orders. I've been photographing my subscription box. I still don't know what to do about that for next month. I'm wondering if I should suspend it for next month. On the other hand, I don't want you to not have any content. I just don't... Any ideas? Let me know, because I don't know what to do, really. So I'm just going to package up some orders now. So there really isn't huge amounts to show you at the minute, because I'm not really doing masses, but I want to make some badges in a minute, so I might show you that. Right, I just wanted to show you everything all together that's going into the April Showers box this month. So we've got 5 sheets of the weekly planner. We've got a habit tracker, so all you need to do is just put down what habit you want to track, and then there are over 30 days here so that it applies to any month, and you just tick each one off. And at the bottom there is a mood tracker, so you choose a colour, like red for excited, for example, and if you're feeling quite excited on one day, you put a red dot, or you fill it all in red, whatever you like. There's a month to view calendar, greeting card. This is blank, so you can use it, and it's got an art print on the front. A blank notepad printed with a design on the top. Compact mirror. It's double-sided inside, incidentally, so you've got mirror top and bottom. A bookmark, perfect for being in isolation at the minute. A magnet with the original design on, and there's a magnetic back there, and this is MDF, and then 2 little button badges here, and that's the whole box. Okay, I'm not sure how good the light is going to be, mainly because the light from outside is so bright today. I've got the curtains or the blinds pulled, so I have just cut out these. Hopefully it will focus. Come on. There you go. So there's my little illustration I did saying artists supporting artists. What I did was I stamped, heat pressed, which you just saw me do, my logo on the back. Because I had sanded the back, it hasn't attached very well. I think if I'd have done it on a much higher heat, it probably would have been all right. But I just wanted it so that you can sort of see, a bit like a watermark really, that you can see that it's mine. So these have all been hand cut out, as you saw, and I softened the edges. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to resin them, and I thought I would also, let's see if I can zoom you in a bit, add a translucent heart into one of them. So if I can, oh, there's one coming out there. Not sure where I'm going to put it yet, but probably might do a couple actually. We'll have a look and see. I put a couple on the page. Get off my hand. All static. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to use the resin to stick them where I want them. So I think I want one there, one there, one there, on there. And hopefully the translucent hearts are rather sweet actually, because what they do is they add like this extra dimension. So hopefully, can you see, they just sort of sparkle in such a lovely way. Maybe I should add one down here. Oh, I don't know. I'll give them a go for now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them into my UV light box. I have learnt that it's quite hard to show you what's going on in my UV light box because the wavelengths go a bit funny. Also, you're on my tripod, so, you know, it's super difficult. You can see, look, the wavelengths are going a bit funny. So I'm just going to leave it in there for a couple of seconds. Take it out. So these little bits should just be, they're cured enough now. I wonder if I put it on here, I wonder if it would be easier for you to see. Sorry, you're moving all over the place. I am not being very helpful, am I? There you go, maybe that's better. Right. Oh, just dropped my tool on the floor. And I think okay. So I'm hoping you can see all right. We'll see how we go. So first thing I'm going to do is add my resin. I think I'm going to need to get some more actually. The trick is to be able to do it without creating any bubbles. So I'm going to use my pointy tool just to hold it in place. There's a very fine line between flooding it and not covering it enough. I've gone over the side there, which I didn't mean to do. So I want all my edges to be, I want it to go up to my edges, otherwise it looks a bit naff. There we go, so that's one done. Can you see? And I don't have any bubbles in it, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my heat gun just to make sure. So all that does is just raise a few bubbles to the top. It's gone over the side there, which I don't want it to do. There we go. Right. So let's work on this second one then. I'm managing to be really messy today, which is really not helpful. So I apologise about that. There we go. So I think that's all right. I'm just going to warm that one. I see some really tiny little air bubbles on that one, but I think they are pretty small. So now I'm going to put it inside and cure it for about 5 minutes. Hiya! Sorry, I've got the blinds behind me. Hang on a minute. Okay. Hello. So today is Friday. Yeah, Friday. And I've been making pins this morning in and around homeschooling. And sorry, you're upside down, and I'm getting used to looking down here, but I realise that my phone is upside down, so I should be looking here. Right, so at the minute I have 2 pins that are in my UV light just curing. I thought I'd add some little decorations in them, which would be fun as well. So we'll see how that goes. I have my box for April showers, my subscription box. They're packed up, but I still need to do a flyer for next month, so I still need to design that, so I will do that shortly. I'm waiting for a delivery of embroidery fabric, sorry, cross stitch fabric, and then that's another parcel that can go out to a customer. I think that's generally it on that front. I do have an awful lot of things to list on my website, which is just taking forever. I mean, my problem with this whole virus thing at the minute is that although a lot of my suppliers are still operating, they are operating on a skeleton crew, and it's only a matter of time before they're not operating at all. It's sort of difficult to know quite what to do. So, you know, I don't want to advertise too much, but on the other hand, you know, I still have a business to run. So I'm in the same position as, you know, thousands of others or millions of others of small businesses. So we shall see how that goes. I'm just going to have a look inside. Hang on a minute. Ooh, they're getting there. Oh, they do. I could probably do with curing them for a little bit longer, but no. You see the little iridescent hearts in there? Eee, look at those. So I'm just going to put them in for another couple of minutes just to make sure they're properly cured. And then I need to stick pin backs on the back. Now, how to charge these, how to price these even, because these are cut out by hand. Normally when I do them, I am printing onto pre-shaped blanks, but these are actually cut out to hand. If I wanted to get, I can get the company to cut out the shapes for me, but there is quite a large setup fee to start with. If these start selling well, and then I think what I'll do is I will get them to do it as a template and send it to me in a thicker metal as well, and then I can offer them at a reduced rate. So we'll see how that goes. I suppose plausibly I could do it as a Kickstarter, but it probably isn't enough money for that. I don't know. Kickstarters are scary. I don't think I have enough followers really to warrant doing a Kickstarter yet, but we shall see. So, oh, I'm really pleased with those. Look at those little artists supporting artists. Love it. And they're raised as well. Can you see? I'll take proper photos later so you can see, but I think that looks pretty good. I love it when a cunning plan comes together. Right, I'm going to go now. Bye. Hey, yeah. So today is, do you know, I ain't got a clue what day it is today. I think it's Tuesday. Normally I will have got my vlog up and going by yesterday. But because there was so much about my subscription box in this vlog, I didn't want to release it until tomorrow. So tomorrow is the 1st of April and boxes should have been received by then. The only problem is that I don't know with Royal Mail at the minute how reliable post is. So I am just really fingers crossed that they arrive tomorrow. But I did want to show you something. You remember me doing these? For me, this was like 5 days ago. For you, it was just a few seconds ago. Okay, so I put them back under the UV light and forgot about them. And look at the difference in colour. I just can't believe how different it is. It's really short, so I need to redo these because, of course, they're absolutely useless. But what do you reckon about the hearts? Do you like them? I just don't know. I think they're quite cute. It just sort of adds an extra depth, doesn't it? Kind of fun. Anyway, don't worry, it's not COVID-19. Just suddenly had a frog in my throat. Okay, so getting rid of all of that. Okay, so yesterday I had a big play with these. I don't know if you can see up here. Right there. There they go. There's a load of inks up there. And yesterday I made myself a new art journal. One sec. And this is using a biolaminate fabric. So I've not made a notebook out of a biolaminate fabric before. So it's sort of, it's not a slimy fabric as such, but it's sort of like oilcloth, except it's cotton. And then it's got this laminate over the top. And I thought, actually, for an art book, that might be quite a good idea to have something that isn't going to get stained. And then inside, I've already got marks on that page already. Inside, I started doing swatches of all my inks. Now, this paper is, so I'm just looking around to see if I can find it, but it's all the way over there. It's mixed media artist grade paper. So normally I do cartridge paper in my art books, but this is specifically mixed media, so I can use my alcohol markers. It'll still bleed through, but I could use my alcohol markers, but I can also use inks, paints, stuff like that. And look, if I show you, there was absolutely no bleed through at all. It's nice and thick. I can't have too many pages. I mean, how many pages have I got in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay, so there's 6 sheets of paper, which means 24 pages in all. And I think that's enough for this. I don't really do much traditional art anymore. I used to do loads, but, you know, not anymore. But sort of with the new isolation thing, I thought it'd be quite good to get some of the things out that I've not actually experimented with yet. So the inks was one of them. These inks are from Spectrum Noir. And I actually got one of the boxes for my birthday 2 years ago. 2 years ago. Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago. May have even been longer than that. And then I bought another couple of boxes that were reduced down to £11 something. And although I have actually used the inks, I had not used them for painting. I had used them to fill up my refillable cartridge in my fountain pen. So I was using purples and turquoises and stuff like that quite a lot. And they're gorgeous as fountain inks. Really nice. And, you know, not too expensive either, which is, you know, Faberuni. But I'm not using them to paint with, so I wanted to have a go at painting. So I made this, and I've done a little video of me making this book, as well as painting my swatches. You have to bear in mind, you know, that I made quite a mess. I sort of added all the splotches that I accidentally made. But these are the colour swatches of what I've got. And then after I've done that, I then did them all in a sort of order so I could check it out. So I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm going to choose a different page and maybe make something, draw something. We shall see. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up this vlog for this. Sorry, my hands don't match. My hands are so painful at the minute. And I can't find any of my gloves. I've got like 5, 6 pairs. I may have more than that. Do you think I could find a matching pair anywhere? Anyway, I'm going to sign off for this week and a half, whatever it is. I'm still sorting out my vlog I'm still sorting out this vlog, so I've been doing that in the background as well. And then I will make some next time. Sorry if I had to wait a little bit longer. I do hope you're all keeping safe. Look after yourselves. Let me know what you're doing, what you're getting up to. Would love to know. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to. The more the merrier. It's super to have you join me. And don't forget that I'm over on various different social media as well. If you ever want to chat, give me a shout. I better go. I probably have to do some more homeschooling today too. I'll do the vlog first. I'll see you next time. Bye.